many, many years. You're definitely one of my mentors in the business. I've known of you and been dealing with your companies and companies that you're affiliated with for several years. Can you explain to everybody kind of what your experience is as far as, what kind of, I guess, deals have you done or been affiliated with, or what kind of situations have you been in that make you, I guess, one of the people that others go to seek help or guidance as far as investments?
Yeah, Carl, thank you. And first of all, I appreciate your time sitting down with me today, and thanks for the nice words. This single-family residence space, and again, our reason for this interview today was to talk about CNA class properties. And I want you guys to know the reason I understand CNA class properties more than most, or C, Bs, As, Ds, whatever you want to call them, is because since I was 19 years old, I've been in that business, in the single-family residence, turnkey investment, cash flow property business. I've seen 3 or 4 different trends and tides and turns and buyers, and I've seen what's hot and what's not. I've done between 7,000 to 10,000 homes. If you count the flips that we've done that we haven't actually owned, and we just quick flipped, it's well over 10,000. 7,000 we've done on our own. We've done a lot of land development projects. I started off with my own hands. My very first project, I drove the streets of the inner city, found my own project, and with my own hands and a couple of my buddies, rehabbed the house. That was the worst rehab project we ever did, I guarantee that. But we started off rehabbing the houses. I used to drive the streets myself. I started doing the data. I started learning how to buy at the courthouse steps, the tax sales, the mortgage sales. Started learning how to do title work. I've learned every piece of this business through my own work, through my own first hand, through my own knowledge. No one's taught me anything. And over the years, the businesses that we've been involved with, doing all of these projects in so many different markets and being able to see so many ups and downs, I almost feel like it's part of my bones. I can almost feel it. I can get into markets, I can feel them, I can look at some data, and I know when things are coming. I can almost predict them, not because I'm super smart, just because I've done it forever. If you play with kids your whole life, you can predict what kids do. It just happens to be what I do. That kind of sets the table for why I wanted to have this interview, which is, I think a lot of misinformation's out there about a lot of products, and a lot of people that are shooting that information out are people that have never been in real estate. Okay? And so these guys that have never been in real estate are either teaching people how to do real estate, they're either telling them what they should buy, and they're coming to guys that I've done business with, companies that I've been involved with, and saying, this is what we want you to provide. And then we, or the provider, can only, because we want the cash flow, right, provide what we're asked to provide. But what we're seeing is that these guys are not exactly telling the truth to the end user, okay? And it's not the best investment for the client. Now, we didn't always know that, because we hadn't done a lot of these C properties as rentals. We'd done C properties in the past as owner-occupants and made money that way, and it was great. But C-class looked great on paper, but over time, in doing some more of the rental properties, we've educated ourselves and we've grown from that, okay? And so I'm trying to take my knowledge, my experience, my background, and say, okay, we're going to find a way to now go to the public, the general public ourselves. We're going to take the providers and the actual suppliers of the product and help them now go straight to the public, okay? And what that does, it takes the pressure off the supplier, because the supplier only wants to produce the best stock, because if he can't sell it, he's stuck with it, okay? And also, it allows us to have a lot more longevity in our own marketing systems and our own sales systems, because we're given the right product, the good product, the quality product to the clients, and it can go forever. We can sell to their brothers and their mothers and their fathers and their friends, and they can be happy. When the other people that I've seen out here, they're just looking for a quick buck, a membership fee, a quick sale, and then it's over, right? And so everything that I'm going to do this year, starting with this interview, is going to be to educate the public on what the C, B, and A class assets are, and to produce and provide that best asset that I can for them, not only on the production side, but on the marketing side as well. So all the businesses that I'm involved with, I'm going to make sure push this thing, because I think it's a very underserved part of the market right now. There's been a lot of guys doing a lot of other things that haven't worked. Now we're going to do some stuff that works.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of self-proclaimed gurus in a lot of these groups that are, posing as the sources, but they're strictly the brokers, and they do a good job at it. They sell a lot of stock, a lot of homes, but at the same time, they're never the source. They're never what they claim to be. And obviously, anytime you're not dealing directly with the source, you have a pretty large uptick there as far as price. So yeah, I definitely see that as an issue going forward, and you nipping that in the bud, I guess you could say, is definitely, I think, a good play for 2015.
Yeah, great. Appreciate your time.